Hello everybody, Warfighter here, and welcome back to more Fire Emblem Three Houses of the Blind. Last time, we finished part 1. Ah, uh, you're coming here from one of the several Discord servers I posted a link in and announcing live. Uh, You confused if you've seen more of my posts? It's, uh, it's, part 2 in the game, not part 2 my playthrough. That was a while ago. Especially considering its stream title, it's part 24. Anyway, let's not keep it things even more confusing there. And let's get things started.
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Ethereal Moon. Beyond Escape. It is Imperial Year 1185. Half a decade has passed since Emperor Edelgard ascended the Imperial throne, yet the continent of Fodlan still remains lost in a tempest of turmoil and bloodshed. In the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, King Dimitri has welcomed Archbishop Rhea and her knights, who were driven out of Garreg to the kingdom capital. As they work to build a unified front, the war with the Empire rages on to the west. Meanwhile, Claude, leader of the Alliance, staves off Imperial intervention by strategically stirring up conflicts between Leicester lords in an effort to feign neutrality. As events unfold, Edelgard and her Black Eagle strike force begin to take action in an attempt to break the war's current state of deadlock.
You. How long do you intend to sleep? Your body is awake. Your eyes must open now, and you must find the strength to stand upon those legs of yours. Like so much rain, a pool of blood has fallen to the ground. As spears and arrows pierce the earth, it weeps. And even now, it weeps. In order to survive, they kill. And so the people of this world are lost in an abyss of suffering. They weep as well. The only one who truly knows the nature of such things is I. Or rather, you.
Who?
Excuse me? Are you saying you have forgotten who I am? How dare you? Get on your feet. Right now. I'll coddle you no more. You are just like a child, always needing me to hold your hand.
Hey, are you awake?
Where am I?
We're in a village at the base of the monastery. What are you doing in a place like this? I honestly didn't expect to find someone floating away down the river.
Garreg is upstream of here, but that place was abandoned.
What do you mean?
Huh? You don't know? The Church of Saros isn't there anymore. Though, there have been some folks still living there in the 5 years since... well, you know. Regardless, the Imperial Army has taken over now.
5 years?
Are you feeling alright? You didn't hit your head or anything, did you? It's the ethereal moon of the year 1185. It's been nearly 5 years since the monastery fell. Tomorrow was supposed to be the Millennium Festival, but who's got time to think about things like that?
The Millennium Festival.
Yeah, that's what I said. But with the war and the Archbishop still missing it all, I doubt there's a soul to be found who has enough blessings worth counting. Hey, slow down, will ya? Where do you think you're going?
The monastery.
Are you crazy? The Imperial Army is there. Come on, I promise I won't say you're a coward. Just forget about going anywhere near the monastery. You just remember I tried to stop you, got it? It's not on my conscience if you wind up dead.
No need to worry about me.
Unbelievable.
"5 years ago to the day. If things had continued on as they were, today would have been the Millennium Festival." Halt! Who's there? It can't be. Professor? Is it really you? But I searched everywhere and never found a trace. My teacher. What have you been doing all this time? Where have you been?
Ah. I was sleeping.
Joking? At a time like this? You do realize it's been 5 years since you disappeared. Do you have any idea how guilty I felt? How broken my heart was? I searched high and low after you vanished. Although there was no proof, I somehow knew you were alive. All this time, I led everyone as best I could, and fought with all my heart. It's been a difficult path to walk alone. Welcome back, my teacher. I'm so happy that you're safe. 5 years. Such a short time, but it feels like an eternity ago. Do you still feel the way you did all those years ago? You said then that you would fight at my side no matter how many enemies we should amass. As for me, my resolve has not faltered. I'm determined as ever to see this through to the end. I will defeat the false goddess. I will save this world from those creatures and give humanity its freedom back. So, my teacher, are you prepared to stand with me?
I am.
I thank you. Truly. Now then, I assume you understand the situation at hand, yes?
I really was asleep all this time.
Another joke? Or are you telling the truth? I suppose you must be. In that case, I'll tell you all that has transpired as you slumbered these past 5 years. And that is where we are now. The war is at a stalemate. Dimitri is the new king of Fargus. It's clear that his territory will continue to support the church. Meanwhile, Claude's leadership has thrown the Alliance into chaos. He maintains neutrality in their internal conflict. The situation has created a deadlock. We've been awaiting an opportunity for our squadron to return to the monastery. With you in the fray, I believe the state of the war will shift immediately. The church, as well as the kingdom and the Alliance. The time has come to eliminate them all.
The Church of Saros.
Rhea, Sedith, the Knights, and the others are in prime condition. They've set up their base within the kingdom capital. The Immaculate One and her family have yet to fight on the front lines. However, we must eventually face and defeat them. It would mean a great deal to have you with us when the time comes. Good. Well then, I believe it's time for a little reunion. The Black Eagle Strike Force never lost faith. They knew you were alive and have been awaiting your return. Let's not keep them waiting any longer.
Oh, that sure was interesting. Hey, the calendar's back.
Well now, that face is certainly familiar. I am glad to see you alive and well, Professor.
Professor! It's me, Bernie! Do you remember me? I can't believe you're here!
I can't believe it. Is this a dream? Can we really be this lucky?
This is not dreaming. Our professor is with us again. Welcome to the back. I mean, welcome back.
Our group isn't the same without you. I am overjoyed to see you again.
It's been so long. Seeing you again fills my heart with hope.
Great. Now everything will be easy. That's great you're safe, Professor. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
Quite the reunion, isn't it, Professor? Everyone's happy to see you.
Come on, Edelgard. You must be happier than all of us combined. She took it really hard when you disappeared, Professor.
Of course, we did our very best in your absence. And there was never a day that we doubted you would return to us.
Edelgard has been leading us as Emperor. But after you disappeared, it became apparent that you were her anchor. It gives me regret to be admitting this, but our power is not enough. The only one who can be meeting Edelgard's expectations is you, Professor.
Most impressive of all is your uncanny ability to bring a smile to everyone's face.
In the years since you vanished, we have not lost anyone from our ranks.
We all longed for your presence and your leadership, myself included.
It seems fitting to view this as a new beginning for the Black Eagle Strike Force. We already have our target.
Yes, we must eliminate the Alliance before moving on to fight the Kingdom and the Church. However, that doesn't necessarily mean we must occupy the entirety of the Alliance. House Rican stands against the Empire. Therefore, our target is Deirdre, the aquatic capital.
We must cross the Aramid River, which separates the Empire and the Alliance. To do that, we must take the largest bridge across it. The Great Bridge of Myrden. Myrden connects the monastery and the Imperial capital to the east. It is the shortest route there.
An Alliance stronghold has been built at the Great Bridge. We'll take that and then head north. At the same time, we must defeat the one who defends it, Judith von Daphne. If we can also take control of Daphne territory, it would be greatly beneficial to us. Prepare yourselves. The next battle will be a momentous one. Join me, my friends, as we begin our journey to bring peace and solace to this war-ravaged world.
Alright. Back to all of the random calendar events.
I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But how loud is too loud?
Professor, let me sing for you. Do you not like my voice? It would make a Pegasus dance with joy.
Okay. Ooh. Nice. Not quite there yet. So that's Petra's new default class. The only thing really keeping Caspar from getting to more master is hack skill. Huh. That's cool. And Hanneman's almost ready to go from mage to warlock. We'll go ahead and hit the actual exam here. I will be getting the
Of
class
course
mastery
I passed.
first.
I am a scholar.
Sorry about that, everyone. I'll have anyone that's able to get up in master class yet, so let's go check out how the monastery has changed. Hey, and the third floor is finally open to us. Right in. Now it's off to the greenhouse.
Professor! Oh my, it's so good to see you. These days, so many old friends seem to be disappearing. But you're here. It's incredible to see you again after 5 years. I have a feeling your name will go down in history.
Right? You advanced drills. Alright, I'll hold off there for now. Got a support conversation with Ferdinand ready.
I have been watching you in secrecy, Edelgard. But you and Hubert were noticing me, correct?
Well, if you intend to shadow us like that, you can be sure it won't escape our notice. Hubert was primed and ready to remove you. I ordered him to stand down.
You have my thanks. I have been making a decision that I am wanting to learn from you. I was thinking it was enough to be shooting one bird with one arrow. But after speaking with you, I trained with hardness. Now I can be shooting 2 birds with 1 arrow.
2 pheasants? Are you implying that...
Yes, a single arrow.
That's astounding, Petra. It's perhaps a bit late to explain now, but what I was getting at earlier was actually...
I am having a joke.
You... come again?
I really was shooting these birds with 1 arrow, but my joke is that I did have understanding about what you told me. I took it to my heart.
Did you now?
You are a person with great bluntness. I am admiring of you. As an emperor, a commander, a warrior, and a friend, you are excelling at all that you do. All of the Empire is resting on your shoulders, and that is including Brigid, too. I will not be falling behind you. I will be carrying Brigid on my shoulders, too. And one day, you and I will be facing each other, and we will be shaking hands.
Yes, that much is certain. I can see that you no longer need me to look out for you. You and I are much the same. We dutifully shoulder our burdens and stand tall no matter what. It would be foolish of me to deny it.
Your words give me great joy. And it also gave me joy to see you being flustered when I was showing you the birds.
A cheap trick, to be sure, but inarguably funny. To think that you went to all the trouble of shooting 2 pheasants at once for the sake of a joke. Well played, Petra.
We both are growing every day. I hope we will keep doing so.
Alright.
That song.
Oh, hello, Edelgard.
Professor Manuela, that song you were humming. I feel as though I've heard it before, long ago. And I'm sure it was you singing it back then. At the Opera House in the Imperial capital, perhaps.
Why, yes. You must have seen me there. I am flattered you would remember it. I performed with the Mittelfrank Opera Company in Enbar on numerous occasions.
So it was you. I went to that performance with my uncle. I wanted desperately to see it again. But after that night, he took me to seek asylum in the kingdom. When I returned to the Empire several years later, you had already retired.
Oh, that's a shame. So you only got to hear me sing once?
Sadly, that's correct.
Yet you still remember it, even the melody of the song I sang. I'm honored.
That's how much of an impression your voice left on me. I must ask, why did you retire so soon? You could have continued for another 10 or 20 years.
Indeed. Many singers perform for decades. But that wasn't for me. I wanted to go out on top. My voice is a gift from the goddess. However, as all things do, it will decline with age. One day, I will lose that gift. And so I decided I needed to learn to survive without it, long before that day came. I needed to prove to myself that I can live on, even after my voice returns to the goddess.
So despite your belief in the goddess, you wish to live by your own strength?
It's hard for me to explain. The goddess supports me both spiritually and emotionally. Everything else is up to me.
Oh. See, that is definitely one way to look at things.
You have arrived at just the right time. Care for one of these handmade treats?
My goodness, Ferdy. When did you become such a talented confectioner?
Oh, Dorothea, I am hardly an expert.
Nevertheless, you have managed to make some tasty-looking treats.
Well, it is the first time I have tried my hand at it. Honestly, there were several unsuccessful attempts preceding this batch. I made these pastries to solve that riddle you gave me. The reason you despise me.
Oh?
You said I was like a bee. The bee is a dutiful worker, just as I am. But the bee inherits a capacious home, with a wealth of honey. Similarly, I inherited my fortune. I did not receive it as a reward for my labor. I surmised that perhaps you'd feel differently about me if I earned something all on my own. That was my plan, to emulate your transformation from desperate pauper to successful songstress.
All on your own? Did you renounce your nobility? Give away your riches?
No, I made these. I obtained all the ingredients on my own, without anyone's help.
You mean, you got the sugar and the flour?
Yes. To earn the flour, I worked in the fields. To earn the sugar, I carried a merchant's wares.
Who did the cooking? You?
Naturally. I took on some extra chores in exchange for use of the kitchen at night.
I have to admit, that's impressive. Hey, it looks like you had a bit of an accident. Is your hand okay?
I burned myself a little while I was baking. Nothing to worry about.
Nonsense. That burn will scar you, know. Come on, let's get you to the infirmary.
Wait, Dorothea! You have yet to try my treats.
You should be fine now, Ferdy. Big shot nobles have to treat their bodies with care just like the rest of us.
There you go again. Noble this, noble that. Though you did say it with less disdain than usual.
Nothing gets past you. As it were, I may have reconsidered you a little.
You have reconsidered me? Finally! Just as I had hoped, we are becoming friends. Now then, I propose that we...
I only said I reconsidered a little. And you still haven't figured out why I said you're like a bee. Which is funny, because you look like a bee right now. Bye!
So, I am still a bee. A completely mystified bee.
Well then.
Why am I having so much trouble fighting these tall guys? They're not even stronger than me. You've got to help me come up with a strategy, Linhardt.
Is that not a waste of time? Even if I handed you a perfect strategy, something I've done in the past, you'd never follow it through.
That's because your plans are always so complicated. But come on, I need your help.
All right, I will share with you my tactical genius. I call this my secret plan.
You already have a plan? You really are ready for anything. So, what is it?
Land the first hit. Then keep hitting them hard and fast as you can until they stop hitting you back.
So, you're basically telling me to just... fight?
Dodge their attacks, keep up the assault, then go for the knees. Done.
The secret is the knees?
Being tall means short people are closer to your knees. Exploit the enemy's weakness, Caspar.
Makes sense. That doesn't sound like my style, though. I don't really want to exploit a weakness.
Then go ahead and continue losing. Or you can listen to the rest of my plan.
There's more? Fine. Tell me the rest.
Your defense is careless. The last bit of my secret is that you need to train in that area.
I won't argue with training. Let's go!
No, I don't think we should...
It's been 5 years. You've got to be at least as strong as I am by now. Come on! You've even got that height advantage you're always going on about. You're the perfect training partner for me. Quit stalling and let's go.
Fine, I'll train with you, but only for a bit.
All right, Linhardt. Come at me again.
Gaspar, please. I I need water. I need water. I'm gonna go get some. Bye.
Huh? Hey, get back here! He got away.
Well, you didn't really give him much choice there.
Hi.
Well, well, if it isn't Bernadetta, what brings you here?
Am I bothering you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'll come back another time.
Well, don't leave yet, you just got here. Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Yes. Do you remember that time in town?
In town? Oh, you mean when all those thieves showed up? Whew, that was rough. I heard a bunch of people got robbed.
No, not that. I mean the time I was carried off.
Some thieves tried to carry you off? Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Just tell me which way they went. I'm gonna...
That's not what I mean. Oh, just forget it.
Wait, don't go. What are you trying to ask me?
Will you really listen this time?
Of course. Sorry. You have my full attention.
Do you remember when you carried me to that spot with a really pretty view? Where is that place? I've been looking all over.
The place I took you with the view. Oh, right! Okay, first you go out of the monastery, and actually it's kind of tricky to explain. Come on, I'll just take you there again, but pay attention this time.
Huh? Wait! What are you... No! Not again! Stop! Put me down!
Well, Caspar, you did not have to carry her there again.
Hey, Dorothea, something's been bothering me. I kind of feel like you act more casually around me than you do with other people.
Casually? I don't know what you mean.
I just feel like you're always asking me to do things that might make other people uncomfortable. Like when you asked me to clean your room. You're not very flirty toward me like you are with the other guys. You seem weirdly comfortable around me.
You pay more attention than I would have thought. Hey, are you interested in me? You know, interested.
What? No, it just seemed weird, and I was curious.
I'm kidding. It's true that I do find you quite a convenient little helper at times. It's like you're... how to put it? You're like a little brother to me.
Ugh, really? That's not exactly a compliment.
No, but it's true. And now that I've thought about it, I like the whole idea. Why don't you try calling me Big Sis and see how it feels?
No, that's not gonna happen.
Why not?
I'm embarrassed just thinking about it.
Oh, come on. It's just a goof. You can manage it at least once, can't you? Please? Oh, I know. If you do it, I'll stop using you for my chores. How's that sound?
That's an enticing offer. Fine. Once. Big sis.
Well done, Caspar. You're such a cute little boy. I'm proud to have you as a sibling.
I'm not cute, and I'm not little. How would you feel if I made you call me Big Bro?
Oh? Well, I wouldn't mind that at all. Big bro. Is something wrong, big bro?
Oh, this is the worst.
And Dorothea strikes again.
Hey, Shamir. Your archery skills were amazing the other day. I couldn't believe it when you hit all those bullseyes. Not a single miss.
It was nothing.
No way, it was incredible. You were incredible. You gotta teach me how to shoot.
Maybe.
That sounds like a yes to me. Are you free tomorrow?
Maybe. No promises, though.
Come on, Shamir, don't be like that. Wait, is this because you don't think I'm good enough? That can't be it.
It's nothing personal. As someone born in Dagda, I'm not very fond of the Empire.
Dagda? Where is... Oh, you mean where they had that war with the Empire a few years back? The country west of Fodlan. Across the ocean. That Dagda?
That Dagda. But that is behind us.
I had no idea. I understand why you'd hate the Empire so much, though. My father was a major general in that war. He led an entire army. If I were you, I definitely wouldn't want to train the son of someone who killed all those Dagdans.
You misunderstand. I harbor no ill will toward your generation. I'm thankful for Edelgard. She destroyed what was left of the old Empire.
Huh? Well, then what does this have to do with you teaching me how to shoot?
I simply have other commitments. I don't have the time to teach everyone, so I can't make any promises.
That's your reason? You're just too busy? I thought you hated me. I guess I had nothing to worry about. In that case, I'm excited to get to know you better. Let's leave all that Dagda and Empire stuff in the past.
Caspar.
Hunting? Really? There's no way I can do this. Goddess, why couldn't I have stayed in today?
Bernadetta, is this a trouble you are having? I heard that the duty to hunt is yours today.
The duties all got assigned while I was holed up in my room.
Do not be worrying. I can show you the way to hunt well.
Oh, okay then.
When you see a beast, you are thinking of it as an enemy. That is how prey thinks. You must think of the beasts as food. That is how the hunter thinks.
So it's not an enemy, it's food. But, how is it food when it's still alive?
You pick the vegetables from the field. Those have life too. It is the same. You take a blade in your hand and take the lives of the vegetables. You cut their stalks and harvest without mercy. They do not scream, but you are still their killer.
Killer?
Fruit ripens and falls to the ground. The seeds sprout, and a new life is born. That is life's cycle. It has cruelty, yes, but you must end life to eat. You must be killing to be living.
Maybe, but I don't know if I want to be some kind of vegetable murderer.
It is the same for rabbits, deer, pheasants. The only difference being that they cannot cry out. You must do what you must do to be living in this world. It is your task.
A task? Yes, just a task. A completely mindless task.
Feel it. There, in the grass. Prey is moving, just like a vegetable in the wind. Give it an arrow, just like you would give a vegetable a blade. It is just your task.
Right. That makes sense. It's just like cutting a stem.
You are now a hunter. You have learned how to hunt.
I am? I have? Oh, good! What a relief.
You have understanding now, I can tell.
Great! Leave it to me. I'll hunt down my prey just like their vegetables.
I have belief in you.
Aw, thanks, Petra. I can do this. Make way for Huntmaster Bernie!
Have luck, Bernie.
Ow! What? No! Stay back! I'm sorry, Mr. Rabbit, I didn't mean it! Why are you the one chasing me? Ow!
Rabbit chasing Bernie. Okay, the reference has to be made. 'Tis only a flesh wound.
Ingrid, do you have a moment? We're going to perform an opera in the cathedral.
We are?
Yes! It's a small one, but I need some volunteers. Let me tell you, Alois is very excited. He's already doing a ton of work for the show.
I see. What's it about?
Classic opera fare. A tragic love story. A princess who falls in love with a handsome commoner. But our princess, she carries the fate of her country on her shoulders. And no matter how in love she is, she can't just marry whoever she wants. Or can she?
That's quite a story. Sounds tragic and beautiful. Who will be playing the princess?
Me. I was a singer in an opera company, though I hope I'm not being too presumptuous casting myself. Even if you're not interested in being part of the production, you will come to see it, won't you? I'm asking everyone to dress up properly. I want it to be a stylish and elegant night.
That does sound quite lovely. And I do want to go, but
Please, don't worry if you can't make it. I understand we're doing this on such short notice.
No, it's not that. I just... I struggle with the elegant part of things. I don't really do myself up in elegant clothing and makeup and such.
If fashion's your concern, lady, you're in luck.
I am?
If you don't dress for the occasion, no one will take you seriously. But don't worry about a thing. I'll happily work my magic on you. When it's time, I'll meet you in your room. We'll make you the most beautiful woman in the theater.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Boy, that's gonna be a thing. Only a handful of unique classes. Alright. That'll work for Edelgard. I think I'll have Caspar work on his hack skills so and get at a new class. Dorothea's magic is also good, so get her working on the sword. Probably gonna be in. Yep. So that's where you got to, Petra.
Edelgard is controlling the Empire. She is putting the pressure on the Kingdom in alliance. Empire and religion are at open war. It will be difficult for us at first. But corrupt nobles are many. That means the common people will rebel and be joining our side. With you, Professor, the battle tides will turn. I have certainty.
Good. Definitely. He will. Italians still have some trouble with the language.
This experience is critical.
Oh wow. Ironically, Manuel is the best choice I have here. Well, maybe. Actually, no.
Try harder.
Nope. Well, that was a bust.
Who, me?
Need something?
Glad these are still intact.
See you again soon.
Still have a lot of work to do for
Hi there!
after the battle 5 years ago, the Imperial Army occupied Garreg Mach. The cathedral and several other buildings were destroyed, but we've done some repair work here and there, and we're using the buildings as a base of operations. As for me, well, the church moved its headquarters to Fargus, and I've seen no reason to follow. When I returned to Enbar, I received a summons from Her Majesty, and I chose to answer.
Alright, good to know.
Hey! I was so surprised to hear that the faith of Saros was a sham, my eyes nearly popped out of my skull. But just because the church lied to us doesn't mean that the goddess isn't real. That's my take on it anyway. I'd feel very anxious with no one to pray to.
That's definitely good thing to have there. Right. Looks like this is the right way to go.
Take that!
You're fighting more intensely than usual.
Yes, I am in a hurry. Edelgard claims victory after victory. She never stops. 5 years ago, she ascended the throne and swept away the corrupt nobles, my father included. I always thought I would be the one to unseat him. But she did it instead, with all the ease and indifference of someone cracking an egg. Now, as the head of House Ayr, I serve Edelgard. I have to accept that I am her subordinate, working beneath her to reunify Fodlan. The disparity between Edelgard and myself is obvious. She never stops moving forward, single-minded, never wavering. But where does that leave me? Here, flailing about, going nowhere, contributing nothing.
That's not true.
But it is. That is the reality. Not once since our days at the Academy have I exceeded Edelgard's abilities. I saw her as a worthy opponent. She did not even see me as a contender. She did not even consider me at all. As the head of the noble House Ayr, I must be able to achieve results. But all my efforts have come to nothing. Results are everything. I have not shown results, so I will be stagnating here forever.
Well, it's the journey and not the destination.
I appreciate that, but it is not enough to persuade me. I know that I have a massive wall to climb, and I must climb it alone. Even so, may I ask a favor?
Yes?
Professor, please keep an eye on my progress. I would appreciate if you were always by my side, bearing witness to my accomplishments.
Alright. Hesper's here. Surprised they kept the flags up. Oh, the banners.
All right, I'm ready to fight. Let's do this.
Oh, slow down.
You're right. I gotta keep it under control or I'm gonna wear myself out too quickly. Maybe I'll just get rid of a few monsters. Or is that too risky right before a mission?
Yeah, I'd say that's a little too risky.
Professor. How are you doing, Professor? Would you care to join me for a cup of tea?
Sure.
It occurs to me that whenever we chat, I have a tendency to pester you with my questions and theories about your history. It seems only fair to speak on the topic of myself for once. And perhaps you might feel more positively inclined toward my research if I shared my own story.
You have my attention.
I am quite pleased to hear you're interested. Yes, quite pleased. Well, I suppose I should begin at the beginning, eh? I was born into a noble house of the Empire. Not a large house, mind you, but noble all the same. Our land holdings were small, but our bloodline was quite strong. So, as you can imagine, there were many of us in the family who carried the power of crests. I myself bear a minor crest. Our family's abundance of crests may be part of the reason I've been interested in the topic since I was just a boy. I dedicated myself to my studies, and after years of effort, I became lead crest scholar at the Empire's largest research institution.
Why come to Garrick Mock?
I had only Imperial blood, and thus Imperial crests, at my disposal in the Empire. So I came to Garrick Mock and devoted myself to my research during my time as a professor. My progress is slow, but with each revelation, I move ever closer to the answers I have sought for decades. Your cooperation as the bearer of the Crest of Flames ensures my research will continue to advance. In fact, it may bring me ever closer to the goal of uncovering everything there is to know about crests. I do hope you shall continue helping me advance in this field of study.
Okay.
Together, we will solve the mystery of your Crest of Flames, and our world will be the better for it. Shall we proceed? My lab instruments are fully prepared. I have a great number of tests I'm excited to carry out. No, don't worry. They won't hurt one bit.
Okay. Also, my theory on that. My experience of the Fire Emblem series which isn't much, mind you. Whenever there's been a thing with the name blanket of flames, that turns out to be the Fire Emblem. Fates, Yato, also known as the Seal of Flames, also known as the Fire Emblem, that game. While it was never outright called the Fire Emblem, and canon is really non-existent for that game, considering that Fire Emblem Warriors had the Shield of Flames, which is such the exact same shield Awakening, from what I can gather. So, also makes sense that would be the Fire Emblem that game, especially considering had a plot device.
Within the territories of the Alliance, the Gloucester and Daphnel houses dominate the West. House Gloucester has always supported the Empire. There's not much chance of them defying us. So all that needs to be done to restore peace in the West now is to crush House Daphnel.
Alright.
The last 5 years have been difficult at times. My relationship with Edelgard is rather contentious, due to the incident with my father. Nevertheless, I cannot abandon my family's duties. As Duke Ayr, I must play my part in the Imperial Army. Edelgard intends to abolish the nobility, but I know I can dissuade her from doing so.
Well, might overall be a good idea, too. Especially if it leads to even more corruption.
No. Since the great nobles lost their standing, the regulation of the merchant houses has relaxed somewhat. You'd probably have thought that would make it easier for us to profit, but the world isn't so simple. The war has made the price of goods unstable, causing no end of hardship for the people.
Yeah, that's always a problem.
I need a favor.
Right? Is this another battle quest?
His Highness, the new king, is in the process of unifying the kingdom under his command. His powerful army has joined forces with the Knights of Seiros, who moved their seat to Fargus. And now they're presenting a united front against the Imperial Army. They're our greatest enemy, absolutely.
I wonder if we can win.
Presently, it's doubtful. That's why I'm in favor of first capturing Alliance lands. Judith, who defends the Great Bridge of Myrden, is a formidable opponent. We can't afford to drop our guard.
Yep, agreed. Ah?
At long last, we meet again. I knew you were alive. I knew you could survive. And 5 years on, you arrive. We're reunited. I'm glad I kept watch for you in the downstream villages all that time. I was so devoted to finding you that I left the Knights of Seros. Now I serve no one other than you. I'll protect you, just as I promised Captain Gerald I would all those years ago.
Alright, glad to know.
Professor? Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. What's that? Do I have brothers in the church? You really are well informed. My older twin works for the Knights of Seros, but I think he's just a grunt. Not a noble gatekeeper like yours truly. Unlike me, he's very devout. He left the Empire a long time ago.
You guys want to tell him?
By making an enemy of the church, disorder is running rampant among the populace. It's quieted down over these last 5 years, though. The well-being of Her Majesty is steadily improving.
It's always good to hear.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. 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 This one, yes?
I think 60 is a good amount to have.
I thank you. Return soon, please.
Hey, welcome.
You have a good eye. A pleasure doing. You have a good eye. A pleasure. 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 You have a good eye. A pleasure doing business with you. You have a good eye. A pleasure. You have a good eye. A pleasure. You have a good eye. A pleasure doing. You have a good eye. A pleasure doing business with you. Come again.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. 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 This one, yes? I thank this one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Hey.
Hey there.
Alright. Alright. Everyone's weapons back to full strength, full durability. Nice. That is definitely going to be useful.
Come back anytime.
What do you require?
And all of our battalions are
Farewell.
Full strength.
Welcome. This one? This one? This one? Thank you. This one? Thank you. This one? Thank
have
you.
to
This one?
tie off
Thank
those
you.
separately.
Please come again.
Welcome. Come back soon.
Hey there. Ah, a new face. I am Randolph von Bergles. I'm the guardian of this place. Wait a moment. I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before.
5 years ago.
Ah, yes. You're Her Majesty's professor. You're alive? Oh, this is my little sister, Fleisch. She's just a rookie, but she's helping me as my assistant.
Hello, I'm Fleisch von Bergles. It's nice to meet you. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'm gonna do my best. You can count on me to look after my big brother.
I've heard you're planning to march into Alliance territory. I'll be here to guard the fort.
Right. Good to hear.
There were clashes with the Kingdom Army near the Western Front, but this is the first time the Alliance Army has had an honest-to-goodness fight. I hear their leader's pretty competent, but the Alliance Army is pretty tough too.
Hey there.
To be expected.
What's that look on your face? Surprised to see me? I'm a mercenary. Always have been. Even when I was with the Knights of Seros. I never was too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon. But I might change my mind if you're around.
Oh. Good to know.
Hello. Are we leaving for battle? I heard it's a long march. But it's fine. I've had plenty of time to stay inside lately, so I think it's time I went out. Yeah, I can do this. No more Bernie Bear.
That's the spirit.
Yes, but, please don't put me up front, okay?
Oh, that's definitely not gonna be a problem, Bernie. And you lied to me, game. There is someone there to talk to.
Right.
It's normal for history to be revised in favor of those who hold the power. The documents in this library are no exception. It's perfectly possible for someone to have made edits to them. But it's my belief that no one has the power to blot out the truth entirely. I like to read the same texts over and over again. That way, I can spot some of the truths hidden between the lines.
Good to hear.
Professor, do you know how happy I was to hear you were still alive? I'll tell you how happy. For the past 2 days, I haven't had my morning or my afternoon naps.
Morning nap?
Yes.
Never change, Leonard.
You finally joined us, have you? I attached myself to the Imperial Army as well. Seemed the thing to do. I feel I owe it to Edelgard to set my past feelings about the Empire aside. I am happy to help her. It's strange, isn't it? After 5 years, the 3 professors are together once more. I am most curious, though. You say you were asleep for 5 whole years. Incredible. Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look forward to investigating you in greater detail.
Oh, we can talk about that.
Wonderful news. I am most excited to begin. We must find the time, of course.
Hopefully that'll be fairly soon. For your sake.
Professor, I'm sorry to have dragged you into the fight again so soon after our reunion, but you appeared at a most opportune time. I'm truly humbled by your support, my teacher. Thank you.
Then you can count on me.
And so I will. I'm hoping your abilities from 5 years prior are still intact. Make sure you're ready to head out, okay?
I definitely think I am.
There is still more to learn.
Allow me to brief you on the details of our situation. The Empire firmly controls the western portion of Fargus. However, the central and eastern regions continue to put up heavy resistance. The strongholds in these regions are Aryan Road, the fortress city, and Ferdiad, the kingdom capital. We cannot control Fargus until we have taken both of these cities. As for the Alliance, Houses Gloucester and Ordelia seem predisposed to capitulate to us. However, due to interference from Houses Regan and Goneril, we have yet to secure their cooperation. Claude obviously hopes to keep the Alliance whole through diplomacy. But because we have had to focus our efforts against the Church until now, our forces have yet to meet his. We have only recently begun to take the fight to Alliance territory. I have a request for you.
Alright. Have a supply run to take care of after this. Ah. The new room available. Alright. Let's go check it out.
What?
Well...
Uh, those owl feathers will be pretty useful. Anyway, since we're now able to...
Well...
finally time to go up to the 3rd floor. Although right now it's really looking at nothing up here. I don't see anything on the map that would be helpful.
I've been working here for a few years now. There are plenty of others working here too. Since the acolytes and students aren't here, it's up to us to pick up the slack.
I think I like this, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure.
Oh, I love this meal. How did you know?
Alright, those morale boosts are definitely helpful.
Let me see.
The north side of the Great Bridge of Myrden is in the territory of Acheron of the Alliance. He's known as the Weather Vane. He's a notoriously flippant man. A man like that doesn't have the guts to give it all for the defense of that bridge.
If you say so. Okay, for a minute there, I was thinking of just giving me nothing but door keys. They wanted me to beat Jill Valentine.
Hello there.
Yep.
Right, support conversation between Edelgard and Dorothea opened up.
You're in high spirits today, Dorothea.
Yes, I have met someone quite charming recently. I'm hoping we can spend more time together soon.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I wish I had some advice to offer. Alas, I do not.
Don't worry too much about it, Adie. I'd guess romance isn't really something you're interested in anyway.
I'm not completely disinterested.
Oh yeah? Is there someone you have your eye on?
To be honest, there's nothing resembling romance in my life at present. It's not that I'm disinterested. I'm simply too busy with other endeavors. I have no time to spare for such things.
That's not surprising. You're not just any old noble after all. Anyone who has feelings for you, well, they're in for a pretty complicated life.
True. And I can't ignore the possibility that I may have to marry for political purposes. I doubt I'll ever have the opportunity for a passionate romance as long as I live.
That's no way to talk. You meet the right person and boom, you have passion to spare. Could be someone you've just met or someone you've known your whole life. There's no telling how life will go. Something could even spark between the two of us.
You and I? Now that is an entertaining thought. If such an exciting future is in store, I look forward to it.
Oh yeah? That's awfully sweet of you, Adie.
Just need to get those. Yeah, I do have those. Do I just need to go talk to Hubert again?
Well done, Professor. Thank you.
Really, game, you could not have been more helpful with that.
Who, me?
Right.
Do I have
Need
enough?
something?
Barely not.
See you again soon.
Hey!
Alright. Here. This one. This setup. Here.
This is no good. Sing from your diaphragm. Law. Get it? Law.
I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But how loud is too loud? Professor, these days, it's incredible. I have a feeling.
Let's see. Oh, that's the thing I got for Dorothea.
Are you sure? Thank you, I love it.
Alright.
Allow me to brief the Empire. We cannot. As for the how it clawed our bots, we have only studying my preferences. Clever.
I'll tell you how. I'll gladly take this.
Where was it again? Oh yeah, there.
Yeah. All right. For me, this is so great.
Definitely. What's that look on your... I never was, but I might change... Thanks. I appreciate it.
I can do this.
I do believe you'll like this.
Wow, thank you so much!
Yep.
Right. Ah! At long I knew where I was other than. Wow! For me?
Haven't gotten anything else yet.
Yes. Judith, who defends the Great Bridge of... We can't afford... Is this for me? Thank you.
Who? Me? After the battle, the cathedral. We've done as for when I return. Oh, Professor! This makes me very happy.
Edelgard is empire, but corrupt with you.
Let's see.
This is giving me great joy.
All right. It's been a while, so let's go ahead and finish up with some fishing. Perfect. Almost a perfect pair. Alright. Actually, thinking about it, here is one more thing I can go ahead and take care of here. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a luck boost.
Sounds fun! Let me show you my cooking talent. A little more secret spice, and... Hey! No peeking!
Go ahead and end the day here. Wow. The only task I can earn here is a priest. Yeah, well, not gonna worry about that. Oh, there's our preview of the mission. As the battles can take a while, especially gotten to this point. Well, plus it's getting late, so yeah, do need to go ahead and end this stream off here. So, got the save, and next time we're actually going to get into some more action. See you guys then. Well, yeah, Tuesday. As long as everything goes according to plan. Well, real this time. See you guys then. Later.